Now, we're going to start off with part 2, okay? Now, I would have reminded you something about part 2 yesterday. So this is 40 part 2. What did I tell you that, what did I tell you about what b to the minus 1 and a to the minus 1 actually means? 1 over a minus. Now, you can either do the 3 lines, or you can say, what does the denominator want that the other one has? They're both actually the same thing. So, we're looking up at the top part, this part here only, in blue. What does the denominator want from the one from the right? What's it want? Wants an A. That one has an A, this one doesn't, so it wants an A, and therefore it has to have an A on top. Well, it has another A on top, what becomes of it? A squared. This one, to the A on the right wants the A. It wants a B, doesn't it? And likewise that becomes b squared. You join them together and then you end up with a squared minus b squared all over ab. We all know that's not fully factorised, don't we? How do I convert that into being fully factorised? Exactly, difference of 2 squares, and you've finished the blue part. Now we're going to look at the red part. What does the A want? It wants a B. The A looks at the B and goes, I haven't got a B. I'll have a B, thank you very much. And then the B looks over and says, I want an A. So that in effect becomes B minus A divided by AB. Anybody stuck or any questions on that? We're good? Okay. Now, I then do a fraction divided by another fraction, which is basically this trick here. Everybody cool with that? Yeah? What's the next step? Bring the fraction on the bottom to the top and turn it. And how did you know you had to do that? It's division. It's a fraction divided by another fraction. That's how you know you got to do that. So it's AB goes to the top and B minus A goes to the bottom. Everybody right with that? Now this is an interesting one because will I get rid of this part here? Yeah. What cancels? No. I'm making a wild prediction that the answer is minus A minus B. That's in the back of the book? Huh? What's in the back of the book? That? Huh?
q40 is in the back of the book.
Oh, wasn't it? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. We have something very similar here. The answer as it now stands is A plus B over A minus B divided by B minus A. Now, is B minus A exactly the same as A minus B? No. I'm not capable of crossing them off at the moment, am I? Is A plus B the same as B minus A? No. Not capable of crossing them off at the moment. What's the answer, David?
A plus B.
A plus A plus B?
Yeah.
Ah. Is there a minus 1 outside it? That's interesting. 1 over A, B. Yeah. I made a mistake up here, as it turns out. I took it down wrong, which is one of the worst mistakes you can make. It was 1 over B minus 1 over. I had 1 over A minus 1 over B. Okay, that's where I went wrong. And what happens here was it's the same trick though. A on the bottom, A on top, B on the bottom, B on. So actually would have been A over B, and then the bottom is A minus B. So that's why the two of them actually cancelled that way. Sorry about that, guys. So that's where my double checking failed me. I didn't double check did I take it down properly and look at all the hassle it cost me. Yeah. Okay. A plus B. All right. Okay. So it was a taken down error as opposed to a mathematical error. Now, what's the next one? Part 3? Part 3. Okay. So we look at part 3. Now, part 3 is just long more than anything, isn't it? Yeah. Just quickly, what's x times 1 over x? 1. What's 1 over x multiplied by 1 over x?
1.
Over? Huh?
X squared.
X squared. Okay. If you know that, the rest of the question actually is not too hard, right? So, what I have to do is okay. So, I have to multiply x plus 1 over x by x plus 1 over x. Is everybody happy with that? How many items should I have when I multiply it out properly? 4. I'm going to have x squared, I'm going to have 1, I'm going to have another 1, and then I'm going to have 1 over x squared. How many items does that turn into now? It'll turn into 3 items because the 1 plus 1 in the middle will turn into a 2. Everybody happy enough with that? Now, that part represents this part here. That's the black part. Everybody cool with that? Now I'm going to do the blue part. Black part minus blue part. Okay? Blue part is something like this. Same thing. Except this time it's going to be minus 1. Okay, and after that, now, yes.
Plus 1 over x.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And minus 1 over x by minus 1 over x is plus 1 over x squared. Okay? Now, we set the black minus the blue, didn't we? If we look at the original question, whatever's in the black box minus whatever's in the blue box, yeah? Now, we're going to wrap the blue box in brackets. Now what's going to happen next? It's going to be x squared plus 2 plus 1 over x squared, and what happens in here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and after that? How about that's an x squared? And what's the answer?
Answer is 4.
4. Anybody get it? David and yep. Good man.
Sir?
Yes.
How do you get that plus 2 there, or like 2? Is it
1 and 1. These two here.
Yeah, but how do you even get 1 and 1?
This over here, Rory. Remember I said x multiplied by 1 over x.
Yeah.
X times 1 is x, and it'd be x divided by x. X divided by x is 1.
Okay.
When you multiply this out, Rory, the first one is x multiplied by x, which is x squared.
Yeah.
Then it's x multiplied by 1 over x, which is 1.
Oh, but x multiplied by 1 over x is 1.
Yeah, that's it there,
Oh,
yeah.
cool, yeah.
And then 1 over x times x
Is 1.
is also 1.
X over x, yeah.
Yeah, so that gives me the second one.
Okay.
And then finally 1 over x by 1 over x, which is what's over here.
1 over x.
1 over x squared.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
When you're trying to find the common denominator, when do you how do you know when you do
Did you try get common denominator there?
No, but I'm just in general, when do you do the 3 lines, and when do you just
Multiply it out.
no, when do you do 3 lines, and when do you take what one doesn't.
They're actually the same thing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whichever one suits you.
Alright, yeah,
Whichever one you're feeling on the day.
Yeah, grand.
So, example would be something like this, Sean. Okay? I'll do 3 lines, yeah?
Yeah.
7 times 3 on the bottom, yeah? 3 times 1. 7 times that is 14, yeah? That's the 3 lines, yeah?
Yeah.
And then if we did it the other way, like that one doesn't have a 3, that needs a 3, that one doesn't have a 7, that one needs a 7, and it's 3 minus 14 over 21.
Oh, grand.
They're actually the same thing. It's just whatever one you're feeling on the day. See, it's harder to do the what it doesn't have sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it does suit you to do take over whichever way you want, okay? So it's just you can think of it 2 different ways, but they're actually the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Number 4, part 4. Okay. I need to work on both parts separately, don't I? We have a green divided by red. So whatever the answer for the green part is divided by the red part. Sean, you could do 3 lines. You could say that's 1 over 1. Or you could say it needs what it doesn't have. This one has a denominator of 1. It needs an x plus 1. So x plus 1 top and bottom, yeah? X plus 1 on the bottom. 2x. To save yourself a bit of space, just write it above. 2x minus 1x minus 1. And that is, I'll go back to red here. X minus 1 over x plus 1. Denominator is red. Denominator is achieved. Then we go to the green part, which is this, and it's the same deal. This one is actually x divided by. This one's actually x divided by 1.
Yeah.
What does it not have? It hasn't got an x plus. So then we say x plus 1. X squared plus x minus 2. Everybody agreed that's the numerator? The denominator is x plus 1. Am I fully factorized?
No.
So x plus 2, x minus 1 all over x plus 1.
Yeah.
What? I'm dividing green by red, is that correct? Dividing green by red.
Bring it up.
So, in an ideal world, it'd be that one divided by that one, yeah? And what we're going to do next?
Bring it up.
Bring it up and turn it upside down, yeah? Oh, just a skillage there, lads. So, I've brought it up and turned it upside down. Everybody cool with that? And then, what happens next? Bam, 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 bam. Answer's x plus 2. You probably need to watch it again. Finally, anybody get this one? This one was, I gave you the platter yesterday.
Which one?
Number 5. I gave it to you as an absolute platter yesterday. No? Awesome. What have I tried to beat into the last couple of years when you're adding and subtracting fractions from each other? What's the first thing I always ask you? Is it fully factorized? Is it fully factorized? Can you factorize x squared plus 4?
Yeah.
No. You can only do the difference of 2 squares. And we spent a lot of time last year, some of you might have wrote down, some of you wrote down this. Would some of you change that into that? Why not? Would some of you have changed this into this? Why not? What's the problem? Why is this not the same as this one? What?
Yeah, because the x.
The x is in the middle. You're going to end up with an extra 4x in the middle when you multiply it out. So it's not the same thing. There is nothing you can do there. If that was a minus, there'd be something you could do with it. Which brings us to the bottom. X plus 2 and? Perfect. Once again, we're going to do the jealousy method. See, 3 lines here wouldn't be great, would it? Because you'd multiply that by that one, everything there by that one. So 3 lines wouldn't really suit you this time around. So what would suit you better? Write down what it doesn't have. And that's why I chose this method over 3 lines this time. Okay? So x squared plus 4 minus x squared plus 2x. Everybody understands that minus very much belongs to the x, yeah? And then it's x plus 2, x minus 2. X squareds cancel and we get 2x plus 4 over x plus 2, x minus 2. We finished, right? Done? Anybody get that? There we go, we're not done. No, that's not fully factorized. 2 into x plus 2 all over x plus 2, x minus 2. Cancel. 2 over x minus 2. Can I do this?
No.
Why?
Good, that is one.
Not multiplied. There we go. So we're gonna stop doing that this year, right? I'm not gonna do that for no reason at all. Just don't cancel anything unless it's exactly the same in a bracket, alright? And there's no. If I put a plus in here, can I cancel it now? No, because the x plus 2 isn't being multiplied by everything on the bottom. That makes sense? A plus or a minus in between those two brackets, all bets are off. A plus or a minus in between those two there, all bets are off because it's not being multiplied by everything on the top. That makes sense? Okay. 50.